let's be honest here. The title of this movie is Jurassic World, but we're all still calling it Jurassic Park. Now, Jurassic World takes place 20 years after the events of the first film, and we see that the park is open and fully functional and has been for a while. And they want to up the wow factor of the park, and by doing so, they create a new, intimidating dinosaur, but when he gets let out of his cage, he might actually end up killing all of its guests. Now, like many people who grew up in the 90s, Jurassic World was a part of our childhood. It was our childhood film. And I can tell you guys, I wore my VHS copy out. I mean, that movie was on constant repeat growing up. And no matter what anyone was going to say, I was going to go see Jurassic World. And I'm happy to report I had a fun time watching this movie, you guys. There's some good, there's some bad, but overall, Jurassic World is a fun summer blockbuster. And I would say my favorite thing about this film is just the overall entertainment value of it. So in terms of the action, I thought it was really intense. Like, I was on the edge of my seat while watching Jurassic World. Almost to the point that when the awesome third act begins, it almost delves into full-on horror territory because I was shaking in my seat and I was jumping out of my seat just like I did when I watched the first film and those raptors went into the kitchen. So I thought our four main characters in this film worked. Granted, they're no Dr. Alan Grant and Jeff Goldblum, but they work in this film. I thought Chris Pratt was a funny guy, and I thought Bryce Dallas Howard, her character actually worked a lot in this film. While their characters were two completely separate, they worked really well together. Also, the kids in this film, I actually really enjoyed them as well. However, the supporting cast members, like the owner of the park and this military guy, and like all these sort of subplots they have going on, just felt not needed. Now, I also feel like Jurassic World doesn't really bring anything new to the table, but what it does bring is a very entertaining, nostalgic throwback to the original, because there are a lot of nods to the original Jurassic Park in this film. And I would say majority of them I really enjoyed. I enjoyed seeing all the throwbacks. I will admit though, at times there's so many throwbacks to the original film that the film almost borderlines of a remake. And if they didn't acknowledge the first film's existence, I would honestly think that this is a remake. As much fun as this film was, and I was really enjoying the nostalgic feeling that this film was giving, it's really the third act of this film that just is like cinematic bliss. I just was so entertained and so thrilled by the final act of this movie. Overall, Jurassic World is the best sequel we've gotten in this Jurassic Park franchise. I had an absolute blast. It reduced me to a kid again. As the score goes, I'm going to give Jurassic World a 4 out of 5. Dinosaurs, they're back and on the big screen. What did you think of Jurassic World? Make sure to let me know in that comment section below. And until next time, you guys, I'm Slash Movie Reviewer, and you guys have just been Slash.